All
Yeah,
right,
the thing
cool.
about avocados is that, you know, like I said, first of all, they cost a bit.
Yeah.
But also, you know, you got to use them as soon as you get them.
Yeah, you do.
I find that I actually am at the stage now where I go to the market and buy vegetables about 2 or 3 times a week, at least twice a week.
That's the way we're supposed.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be eating healthy produce that's living, because we're living. But to get back to make sure we kind of close that point out before we took a little short break, I started reintroducing foods to my body. That was how I learned what foods I needed to avoid. And every time I would have fried tacos, my blood pressure would stay up until that food was out of my body.
Really?
Yep.
Fried tacos, like Tex-Mex style tacos?
More like just regular, maybe street tacos, for example, but fried, you know, because sometimes you can get tacos in the tortilla is just
like steamed almost.
heated.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
It's not fried.
But if they fry it like on the griddle, it's...
No. When they put the meat inside the tortilla and put the tortilla inside the oil.
Oh, that's like what is that? Like a birria style.
Anyway, the point that I'm trying to make is the oil, the vegetable oil. The oils were the major component in my blood pressure increasing.
Wow.
From a food perspective.
Yeah. Have you ever, you know, I've been thinking about getting one of those like continuous glucose monitors.
I have thought about it.
But I don't know.
I don't check my glucose as frequently, but I check my blood pressure almost. I was at the point where I was checking my blood pressure maybe 10 times a day. I will wake up, check my blood pressure before I do anything. Wake up, check the blood pressure. May have to sit for a minute just to allow my blood pressure to settle, but I was already resting anyway, you know, but being upright may cause a little bit of a fluctuation. So I will wake up, sit upright, check my blood pressure, go to the bathroom, check my blood pressure, exercise, check my blood pressure, eat, check my blood pressure. And continuously throughout the day, I would check my blood pressure. And now, for example, you know, my blood pressure is so good, it might be like 109 over 78 or something like that.
So what were the things that you found affected your blood pressure?
My environment.
Like, what do you mean? Like, what in your environment?
A stressful environment, an environment where I wasn't really happy. There are elements that are attached to an environment as well, you know. So if you live in a neighborhood where you're susceptible to be pulled over frequently, that's a part of your environment. You know, if you live in a part of the country that doesn't get much sunlight, that's a part of your environment. So I say environment, but it's inclusive of all the things that could have a negative impact on my blood pressure. The food, the quality of food that I was eating, that I am eating. So having fresh produce, basically what we're saying now, fresh vegetables, the things that my body actually want. Having a coleslaw that doesn't have dairy in it is what my body actually wants, and learning how to listen to my body. Because I know what the body is saying, but then I want ice cream, or I want those fried tacos, or I want, you know, the egg rolls that they serve at Chili's because I like them, which is like chicken with this like nice bean dip or whatever they got in there. So
probably sugar.
Yeah,
I'm sure sugar carb.
Right. It won't taste like it, but
yeah,
sugar.
yo, I'm sure. I'm sure.
I'm eating, had to eliminate alcohol. Eliminated alcohol. Started working out, getting more sunlight. Like not just working out, like getting the sun. I don't know if you know, but the sun can actually penetrate the skin up to about, I think, 6 centimeters, which is like
I never knew that.
Somewhere around 3 inches.
Really? I never knew that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a lot of health and well-being in just being out in the sun. I've recently started incorporating intentional grounding since shoes have developed to be so isolating from the earth, which isn't a normal thing for humans up until like the 50s. It is now, it's every day now. We started missing out on the exchange that we have with the earth, where the earth is giving the body an electron and we don't have these free radicals that are running around. Now, there's science behind that.
Wow.
There's a movie that was sent to me that I'll send to you. You can watch it. But those are the elements. Those are the major elements that. And
you would measure your blood pressure and actually see results from different things.
Yeah.
But to do that sounds like fun.
I really had to lean on the fasting. Because you already know what your blood pressure is now. So I was at the point where I just thought that as a black man, my blood pressure was what it was, which wasn't 120/80.
Yeah, of course not. Yeah.
And
at that stage,
I was just like, we just have higher blood pressure. It's just the way it is. It's how it is. It's everybody in my family. But having a normal blood pressure is achievable if you're in an environment that's healthy for sustaining life.
Wow. I think that's interesting. That might be something I'm going to start this week. I like that idea. Now, I don't think I'll be measuring my blood pressure 10 times a day, but I'm pretty sure I could fit it in 3 times a day.
Like I started by just doing it once, just to know. And when I first started doing it, I didn't want to do it because I already knew it was higher. I never wanted to do almost all the things that I'm doing until I was like, do you want to live? You know what I mean?
Have you noticed your definition of fun has evolved or changed over the course of time in your journey?
Yeah, because this is fun.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, like, my interpretation of fun.
Sitting down with the homies and making guacamole
is fun.
Was not on the list of fun activities.
Yo, what you gonna do? Yo, man, me and my boy, we gonna get together.
Yeah.
Make some guacamole, some avocado salad. You know what I mean? Talk about healthy eating. That's what I'm doing.
Now, if we're watching a game, we can order all of that.
Exactly. Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, I've noticed the same thing. My interpretation of fun has evolved, and that I find has sometimes made it challenging for people in my life around me who may not be on the same journey.
Yeah.
Right. Their definition of fun may not be the same as mine. Part of the challenge is also, I think it's important not to have what I will call wellness arrogance.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that sometimes we do that. Particularly early in our journey, it's like, well, you're like, oh, what are you doing? It's like.
Have I ever given that vibe, I wonder?
Not to me.
Okay. Because I don't think I do either.
But I'm not susceptible to it.
Well, maybe in the past, maybe.
I don't know. I don't know. I just know for me that I've done that before to the point where I had to be wise about it.
Okay.
And sometimes it can be unintentional. That which you do tends to be what you talk about.
Yeah.
And people who make different decisions can sometimes feel like you're judging them because you're talking about what you're doing, and what you're doing is something that's different from what they're doing, and what you're doing is something that they know they should be doing anyway, or what you're not doing is something they shouldn't be doing. So the fact that you talk about what you're not doing makes them feel like pressure that they need to do the same thing.
Yeah, don't be slick judging.
Yeah, exactly. Versus what I found in my case, and still is to some degree, a lot of times when talking about these things, also just to reinforce my own mindset. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna go and make myself a big. Bruh.
This is a struggle. Like when we were talking, I was like, "Yo, we need to talk."
We need to
sit down. I want to do a little video.
Yeah.
Kind of understand how you got to this point, and because we're under attack in various ways.
Always.
And the one thing that we can do is try to have the best foods, because we already know what the issues
now,
are.
You want to talk about what you put in there right now? That's very important.
So we got ground turmeric, which
indeed.
really helps as an antioxidant, helps reduce inflammation. Inflammation is like the underlying issue in many diseases that are out here. And inflammation is, if you can control it, you will feel better when you consume the foods that you should be eating, and the benefits are so, I guess they're so easy to feel. It's just hard to explain to a person if you haven't ever experienced it.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly.
I'm trying to think of an analogy.
Kind of like how do you describe an orgasm? How do you describe
I wasn't trying to go there.
Well, I'm all adults. How do you describe it? It's kind of one of those things. It's very difficult to describe.
You gotta go there.
I'm just saying, we're human beings. It's something that hopefully people will experience in the course of their lives, right? So as a result, you can't really describe that unless a person has experienced it. They can't imagine what it really feels like.
I'll say, 'cause I've done this on one occasion. I went skydiving.
Ah, okay.
I went skydiving.
Yes.
And the feeling, the rush that you get, like even after it's over, the feeling lasts for like a week.
Really?
Yeah. Like it's a high. It's just a different kind of high. It's a really different kind of high. And it's extended, you know, and you really feel like you can go and accomplish things that you hadn't really had on your agenda.
It's kind of like adrenaline and dopamine rush, ain't it?
Yeah, it's something like that. So it's kind of hard to explain. Kind of getting back to the point where we're kind of saying, you know, kind of having that arrogance thing happen. It's not intentional.
No,
you
it's
know,
not.
And the things that you're doing, sometimes you just want other people to know.
Yeah, what I'm doing, and you talk about the things that you do.
Yeah.
And when I think about it, before I was at a stage where I was on the current path that I'm on, I would talk about other things that I was doing, and usually it was stuff that I probably shouldn't be doing anyway. You know, like, you
did talk about positive things.
Well, I talk about positive things.
Work.
But yeah, a lot about, I still talk about work on occasion, but not as much as I used to.
Yeah.
Not as much as I used to. Yeah. Not as much. I mean, I'm a business guy, but I like business. I like selling things. I enjoy it. It makes me happy. It gets me excited.
Right on.
But that being said, we tend to talk about the things that we interact with and that we're dealing with. If you ask a sad person a question, then they'll usually find a way to connect it with their sadness, some kind of way. Well, if you ask a person who's on a positive health journey anything about their life, it's going to some kind of way come back to that positive health journey, because that positive health journey affects everything else.
Yep.
I can't think of a part of my life that positive health journey does not, that health period does not affect. How I think, how I walk, how I talk, however much I get done or don't get done. It's all connected. So it's hard to have a conversation about much without it coming some kind of way.
We'll circle back to this.
Back to, you know, certain practices that one can do to have better, more joyous life. And that's really, for me, important. I don't want to live long, but I want to live joyously. And I can't be joyous if I'm joyful.
Let's not say you don't want to live long, because long.
Well, my goal, I want to live long. Well, let me correct myself. I want to live a long time. Please believe, if I can live 100+ years, that'd be a wonderful thing. I don't want to live forever, because then I don't think forever would be a good experience. But I want to live a long time. But my focus is on having a joyful life.
Right.
Joyful. I think that joy is one of those things that people don't talk enough about. How can I live a life of joy and abundance? And it's very difficult to be joyful if you're sick.
Yeah.
You know, and tired.
Yeah.
You know, and angry and depressed. And all of those things are things that we can connect directly to diet and environment, of course, but diet. That's why I've been on that big thing about gut health lately.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that when you were mentioning this.
So I'm really big on science. Some people within the holistic or wellness circles are anti-science. And I think that can be, I don't think that's the best way to do it. I just believe in looking at the science behind things. If I watch a YouTube video and it says something that's good for me or whatever, I don't just take that at its word. I do research, and I'll tell you, a website that I use. You ever heard of consensus.org?
I don't know if I've
Okay, it's Consensus, and what it is, it's a AI platform that has access to
let me interrupt you here. Have you ever had Yamaka?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so this is Yamaka.
Yes.
And why don't you?
I've never put it inside of.
Why don't you use it as a dip? I use it to dip.
Oh, that's a good idea. I like it.
Because it's
starchy.
low in starch.
Yeah, well, I mean, like the nature of it, but it'll starchy.
It gives you that feel.
Yeah.
But it's much better than a white potato.
Yeah.
So you can have as much of that, as much of that as you want.
Now this is
then we also
I've had it, but usually I have it just straight. Like I slice it up. They'll slice into little slivers, and I just eat it like that.
Okay.
But this is a great idea.
This is how I've been eating it lately, and then these are all baked.
Yeah, but I'm good with these right here. I'm good with that. I like this idea. That's a great idea.
No oil.
I'm gonna borrow that from you, bro.
Yeah.
You already put salt and pepper in here, right?
There is some. I didn't put a whole lot though. So if you need to season it up a little bit, it's not a lot of any of the seasonings.
I'll tell you what. A little bit of salt and
it probably does need salt.
It needs a little salt.
Just period.
Hold on a second. It needs a little salt and where's that cayenne?
Cayenne. And cayenne, is in Tajín. So I don't know if you know, but I think Mexico has like one of the lowest rates of cancer.
Really?
I don't know what type of cancer.
I never knew that.
But diabetes is coming up, unfortunately.
They love Coca-Cola.
Yeah, I know. And jalapeno seeds specifically, fight cancer. And cayenne pepper is great for maintaining good blood pressure levels.
Yeah, I put a habanero in everything. I'm a habanero
is
guy.
Definitely a different kind of pepper now.
Matter of fact, you know what? I think I may want to add a habanero to this joint. This is good, by the way. Oh yeah, that's good. It's funny. I don't use cayenne quite as much because I find it's like heat forward. For me, I tend to really like a habanero. Okay. I'll take that habanero and chop it up with this daggone chilies. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do that right now. 1 second. Is that okay?
Yeah, no doubt.
So what I'll do is just like this. Now,
That's good, bro.
Yeah, it is good. My wife is funny because she'll go, well, who has a spicy salad? And I'm like, right here, this guy.
Right on.
Give me a spicy salad, but I'll take this habanero here. And
does that just mean she can't eat it?
What we do in our house, so we're at different stages of our journey, right? But, I'm really proud of her because she's been making some real strides on her own when it comes to things. So what I'll do in our house is, when we make a salad, I'll make one for me and make one for her. Because there are certain things that she likes that I don't like. Or for me, I'm on this thing where, so I was talking about research, consensus.org, okay? So whenever I hear anything that is like a medical claim or anything like that, even if it's a wellness related person that I trust, I always look it up. And a lot of times I go to Consensus and I'll look up clinical trials and research that's done. However, the thing I like about Consensus is you can also see who sponsored the trial. That's very important. Okay. You gotta watch who actually studies the thing. And I look at the group size, because what I found is a lot of times they'll say some claim that, such and such causes whatever or doesn't cause whatever, and you'll look into it and they like had a trial size like 20 people. And there will be like 20 people and they'll all be Caucasians. I can't take that in. That's the size is not enough, or you'll find things they'll be sponsored by certain lobbies and stuff like that. So I try not to take anything at face value when it comes to stuff like that. And what I found was there's been a lot of research done about gut diversity. And the idea is that a lot of the things that I had been eating or that are in the, SAD diet, standard American diet, are...
you can just take all of that right there. I don't want to have no complications.
Yeah. Well, see, here's the thing. The nice thing about habaneros is it's the only one that it burns going in but not coming out, so to speak.
It won't be burning today.
No, it does not. It does not. However, so a lot of the things that we do naturally within the way that they work throws the gut off in big ways. Everything from pro-inflammatory foods, chemicals, even for Splenda. Splenda is horrible on the gut microbe. It's been scientifically proven to throw the gut off. It's almost like antibiotics. So think about it. You have probiotics and antibiotics. When you take an antibiotic, which does have its merit, but it affects the gut microbes because it's killing it's almost like a cancer treatment, how it kills the good and the bad. Well, antibiotics do the opposite of what a probiotic does, which a probiotic helps to increase the gut microbe. Antibiotic does the opposite of that. A lot of our medication, and then even when we eat certain meat that's been treated with certain antibiotics, we consume that meat, and that throws our gut microbe off as well.
Census.org.
Consensus.org.
Consensus.org is where you go to kind of get an idea as to what the science is behind changing or adding. Because I think where you're getting to, because you were mentioning earlier, how many foods?
30. Yeah, there's been some good research done that says you should have 30 different plant-based items a week. When I say plant-based items, anything that comes from a plant. So that's vegetables, fruit, seeds, herbs, anything like that. Anything that is a plant-based item. The best way I find to do that is a salad. I will take a salad and I'll cut all kinds of stuff. My typical salad, like I've got one in the fridge right now, and it's got, instead of just taking romaine lettuce, I got romaine lettuce, and I've got some of that red lettuce, the green lettuce with like the purplish reddish tips. I always forget what that's called. So I've got two different types of lettuce or spring mix in there with the regular lettuce. Then some shaved carrots, bell peppers, yellow bell peppers, red bell peppers, red onions, and white onions. So understand, the red onions does a different thing to your gut microbe than the white, right? And so the red bell peppers, the red bell peppers and the green bell peppers are different too. Different things in the gut. They're similar, but they stimulate the gut in different ways. Right. Then I grab some rosemary or some thyme and just cut that up real fine and sprinkle that in there. Cut up some cilantro. I'd cut up a bunch of herbs and throw them in there and mix it all together. I might put an avocado in there too, and I just mix it all up. And I may have my typical salad has about 10 different things in it. Yeah. 10, at least 10.
And your journey to get into a salad like that has taken about how many years?
Within learning about it. It took me, I didn't know about that. I've learned about that about 6 months ago. Okay. I didn't really know about.
But let's just think about it from a realistic perspective. Yeah. If you're going from the standard American diet to what you just explained, the time lapse.
I don't think that part is as difficult because you can do it so easy with salads.
You can, but how long did it take you to get there? Even though you didn't realize.
A couple months. So it took me 1.5 years to get to the point that I started working on it because I didn't know about it. Okay. But when I learned about it, and then when I learned about it, I said, you know what? I could do this pretty easy just by throwing a bunch of stuff in the salad. Yep. And so then I just started throwing a bunch of stuff in the salad. Perfect. That's all I did, was threw a bunch of stuff in the salad.
So basically, the key is you can start tomorrow.
Yeah.
But it's okay to understand that you're gonna have to take one step at a time.
Maybe, yeah,
and get there. Stack those healthy habits.
Stack them, yeah.
And I think we need to do another video. I think we're gonna pause here or stop. Enjoy this guacamole.
Yeah, man.
And keep talking, and then maybe we'll talk about what we can do on the next one, because you got a lot of stuff here. We only brought out a couple things. He's got this mix. You know, this is like maybe a super pack of one of your 5. I think there's maybe 5 or 6 different things in here.
You just
of the 30.
Yeah.
So you got pumpkin seed, you got cranberry, you got
peanuts,
cashews, pecans. No salt,
no
sugar,
no walnuts.
Yeah, so like
raisins.
This is an example of how to get those 30 within the week in one package and avoid all of the preservatives.
You know, next video what I may do is make a salad. Okay. I'll make a salad. I'll show you guys how I make my salad.
This turned into guacamole. I was calling it avocado salad.
Hey, it's good.
Right on. But I appreciate you, Rudo, and I really did. I mean, like, maybe I'm getting old. It is what it is. But I had fun doing this.
Yeah, I did it. And this.
The Yimaka. Yeah.
This right here, game changer.
This is a big deal, too, because if you're having a hard time getting rid of fried foods, try Yimaka with avocado oil. Yeah. It's not going to taste the same. You know, sometimes it's texture that people are still looking for. People still want that crunch. And this is like a potato. When you bite into it, you know, it'll simulate that. You can make chips out of these too. So it's a different way, and it's not high on the glycemic index. It's just a healthy root. You can use beetroot, you know.
This right here has been one of my struggles, because I like guacamole, I like salsa, and what I've been doing basically is just say, okay, well, I may have a couple of little not tortillas. I may have a couple of nachos or whatever. You know, you can get you get the plain nachos with not like the nacho cheese or nothing on them, but like tostadas, I guess, not tostadas or something like that. But you know,
tortillas,
since it's tortillas,
like baked tortillas.
Yeah, baked tortillas or like or like these kind of tostada type things. Yeah. Right. I'll get those, but I may have half a tostada. Yeah. And then I'll just eat the guacamole or pick it out straight. Yeah. But I kind of miss. I miss that texture. Yeah. This right here gives me that texture that I'm looking for. Yeah. Because if you
without the carbs,
because if you just eat the guacamole, you know, it's good.
Yeah, I understand.
But it doesn't have that crunch.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Man, you actually made a really positive contribution to my life right here.
Yeah, bro, give it a try. I mean, that's all you can do is try, see what's gonna happen, and you know, incorporate those things that'll work. So
yeah, this is a definite plus. And next time we do the next video, I'll make a salad.
All right, bro. That sounds good.
Like 20 different things in it.
I'm up for it. I'm learning too, because some of the stuff you have, I'm like, okay, I haven't used that too much. Usually I don't do many bell peppers. You got quite a few over there.
I love bell peppers.
And I do oregano. I don't use rosemary a whole lot. The orange ones, the yellow ones sometimes, but I don't think about it. You know what I mean?
I do, because it's really good. They're high in fiber and vitamin C. A red bell pepper has much more vitamin C than orange.
Yeah, I think I saw that.
Huge vitamin C situation going on.
Do you use moringa at all? Have you
moringa?
Which moringa is usually got a completely different flavor.
I'm not familiar with moringa.
It's like a superfood. It's got, you were mentioning, it has vitamin C. It has like, let's say for example, this is just an example. Yeah. Let's say the body needs 100 different things, vitamins, nutrition. Moringa's got like 88 of them.
Really?
I'm just using that as a scale. So if the body needs 10 things, moringa's got 8.
Wow. Yeah, I gotta look that up. I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah, it's great. I usually eat the moringa seeds. There are a lot of moringa trees around. You just almost every component of a moringa tree is edible.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to look into
adds
that.
real nutritional value. Not just edible, but is nutritional. But yeah, I'm gonna let's
yeah.
and then
we'll chow down on this and then and chop shop.
Appreciate y'all for joining. Thanks for having me over, and we'll see you on the next one.
Definitely see you on the next one. This right here is delicious.